Hello, and welcome to my podcast. And today we're going to be talking about a very sensitive topic that not many people, I think, look at that often. But we're going to look at it. So today, the problem is being able to give yourself self-confidence about yourself, no matter how old you are. And it doesn't really matter how old you are, which is what I'm trying to address to people. The consequences that old people could face is that they could get depressed or anxious or, anxiety about themselves and not having enough self confidence about what they can do. But we shouldn't be worried about that stuff because if we are, we can't do as much stuff as we think we can. You know, people can help by giving advice, and they can help by telling you can go to therapy, and those people can give you more outcomes, more outlooks on life because they're trained to do this stuff. But when they come to family and we tell you that it's okay and you can pursue your passions and it doesn't matter how old you are, that is a very powerful thing as well because we are family, we love you, and we are trying to help as much as we can, and we're trying to support you and tell you. When family supports you in whatever you want to do, that is very, very special. Everyone can help. Doesn't matter who you are. You can help at a nursing home. You can help at, your grandparents' house because they're grandparents. You can even help your parents because they might feel old and they feel like they can't do some stuff in life, but you have to encourage them and tell them it's okay. Hello, and I am Bella Baxter, and let's just get straight in to the podcast. So, my podcast name is called The Struggles of the Old. Now, I picked this name and I thought it derived so much emotion in a way. So much, like, it really made a lot of sense to the topic that I'm going to be addressing. Because taking all the struggles and all the emotions of the elderly, is something that I thought would be a good idea for the title to summarize it in just a couple of words. We're going to be talking about the issue of insecure elders and how they can get over them. Thinking about how they can think they can't do much things and how they aren't as strong as they used to be, even though they are in some ways. They're strong in some ways by, going on life, still caring for themselves, still living on is enough to be strong. Everyone does have a part of them where they don't think is the strongest, and whatever that may be, we should be here to fix that problem for them. The problem could be anything. It could be maybe them wanting to learn a certain subject, or them wanting to go out and do an activity, but they might not think they could do it because they're old and they just don't have the strength for themselves. This topic is especially important because we never want our family members to feel bad about themselves or sad and have them feel they can't do anything in their life just because of the age that they're at. I went to a church where they actually did an activity called taiko, and it is drumming. It's where all elders come together and they drum. They drum together at church and they make a beautiful sound that they all love. My grandma actually participated in taiko as well, and she loves it. She pursues in it. She goes every weekend to practice, and she doesn't stop because she loves what she does. Now, by us having that upper hand to be able to help them is a very strong, it's a very interesting way to look at things, because when we have the upper hand, we can give so much advice. We can help them as much as we can, and we want to, because maybe if they even aren't our family, we would want someone to give us encouragement. Even if they didn't know us, that would be enough for me. We could even relate to them as well. Honestly, like if they talk to you about their struggles and where they're struggling at in their mind or in physical activity, we can go to them and we can say, I have felt that before, and this is how I've got over it. We can give them advice. We can tell them how we did it. And then maybe some of the advice might not apply to them. We can always think of different ways. We can help them because we are people who care about them. And we want to make them feel better because we never want someone to feel bad about themselves. This is important to share with them, with your experience and how you got through this, is to reassure them that no matter how old you are, you're always going to have a reason. You always should have a reason to save yourself and make sure that you're okay. Now, I found a Bible passage that really went along with this subject. It is, "Do not cast me off in the time of old age. Forsake me, for not my strength is spent." The verse was directed to the elderly and how they are always young in their hearts, and they can still do anything, no matter how old they may be. This was written in Psalm 71. This text is about the struggles and the strength the elderly people need to recognize in their daily lives. I believe that they wrote this passage to let their elderly citizens know that they aren't alone when they are thinking about this in their minds, and that there's always hope to their situation that they might be in. This passage says about God himself is that he's telling people the message that hope is the best thing to have. And when you're in doubt of not being able to continue or pursue your passions because of how old you are, it doesn't matter. Because if you have hope, you can accomplish anything you put your mind to. This is the key words to the passage. My strength is spent. Because this quote, or this part of the psalm, indicates that strength can go a long way. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you feel like you can do it, you can accomplish that. It's like, my personal opinion is, what if my grandparents felt like this and didn't believe in themselves? I would want to be able to help them as much as I can to make them feel better. Because I don't want anyone to feel bad about themselves and feel like they can't do a certain thing. We need to help them. We need to reassure them and make sure that they can get through it. That is all from my podcast and talk of the struggles of the old. Until next time, remember to stay strong because there's always someone out there who loves you and cares for you. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.